You know the tweet from The Sun before, Twitter was bought by Elon Musk and now it became X? There was a tweet that was called, "We'll be having sex with robots in the next 10 years." That was made at 2:38 in the morning on October 1st, 2015. So I think it was really timely to watch this movie called Companion. Companion, directed by Drew Hancock, stars Sophie Thatcher, Harvey Gillian, and Jack Quaid. The first little question, are we really emotionally attached to robots? Like, if my little robot girlfriend died, would I really care? No, because I could replace her. So the movie really tries to make me question my morality if I should feel good about the human or the robot. We'll get into that. I want to preface so I don't ruin this movie for you. This is not a spoiler-free review. I highly recommend just going in before you watch any sort of review. Don't read it. Don't read any reviews. Don't even read my reviews. This was a movie. It's definitely a movie, a lot to unpack. I tried to record this video last night because I actually saw it yesterday, but I really didn't know what to say because it's one of those movies where one thing happens and then it just snowballs into this giant thing and it's just chaos, like all at the end, and you're just wondering, like, what did I just watch? Either that's a good thing or a really bad thing, and that's not a middle ground type of movie. This movie is definitely not a middle ground. For those who have seen the movie, you either are going to be the person that said, yeah, I love this movie, it's entirely original, this is just the most unique movie of all time, or you're going to be like me and give it a 3 out of 5 stars and be like, honestly, it was just kind of mid. Here's the thing. I think a lot of the people that are seeing this movie and giving it 5 stars have not really seen any AI horror kind of thing. And this is not really a horror film. It's a dark comedy with psychological thriller aspects in it with some pretty intense action sequences. I don't think this movie is going to age as well as people think it is. I'm thinking 10 years in the future, when we get way more AI movies, is this the one we're really going to remember? I really don't think so, because I think the biggest problem with it, because we can think of ChatGPT, we can think of Copilot, we can think of Sora, even the video AI, they are naturally unbiased because of the program that we give it. However, in the movie Companion, their programming makes them feel human. They can feel physical pain and emotional pain. That was heavily specified in the movie, and it was a very specific plot device used. But I think that's where the problem lies in this movie for the future, because it's a robot. It's just an object that it doesn't have a soul. It's like a dog without a personality. That's what these robots are. And they're trying to give it a personality because a human has to act in that role for this movie. Thus, this movie cannot work entirely in the future. I think this is a really fun movie regardless. I think the comedy in it works so well. I came into this movie not actually thinking this was a dark comedy at all. I thought it was just going to be a really intense movie. Because if you've seen Barbarian, that movie is just anxiety filled, and then it just comes out of left field with a different plot twist that I'm not really going to talk about. But if you haven't seen Barbarian, I recommend you go see it. So I kind of expected the same with Companion, but it wasn't really that way. In fact, the plot twists were very built up to be one action happen and culminated into this really shocking action. The acting in this movie was really good. All the lines were delivered perfectly. The cinematography was really fun, really great intentionality on different action sequences, and just overall framing in general. I think the biggest problem for me, though, in this movie is the tone, because the tone didn't make me feel scared. It didn't make me feel nervous. When comparing this again to Barbarian, the people who made Companion, Barbarian takes it to another level. Yes, Barbarian is straight up horror, but Companion was also marketed that way, and you could see the approach of it in the writing of the movie. Honestly, I think there was just so much dark comedy in the movie, it completely detract from what the actual threat is in this movie. So really, the movie is a 3 out of 5 stars because it really doesn't know where the morality is. Like, we have AI in this world now. We have it at the access of our fingertips. I don't feel emotionally connected to these robots. The movie was fun. The movie was enjoyable. Do I agree with everyone? No, but that's just my opinion. If you did like the movie, comment down below. I'm curious to hear your thoughts because maybe you have a different take than what I have, and I would just love to know. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next review of Dogman.